Hey everyone, Dr. FJ, Dr. Fred, Schofield Chiropractic Training, Mochichu podcast.
Yes, sir.
The
Still going, still chugging along,
the
right?
the old rhino is in the north.
Ooh, it's cold around here.
It
Thought it was going to snow this morning.
was close.
Watching soccer last night, training. Your boys played well, your team.
Yeah, the opponent wasn't too strong, but
Yeah, but playing weak opponents sometimes is tricky. You have to learn how to control the ball. Same as chiropractic. You know, I remember getting a patient from an old timer, famous old timer, who always spoke about the subluxation. And then this patient came to me and I said, "What does a chiropractor do?" And I don't know. I just went and I felt better. That's what it comes down to.
it's part of it.
Yeah.
So I thought we can talk about a few things, but
Yes.
you want to talk a little bit about the changes?
The changes in the marketplace, which is massive in chiropractic. I've been in it 45 years now. And interesting, some of the doctors I trained in the beginning are now retiring. They don't want to even put in 45 years as the market has shifted. Okay. And we're not very good at adapting to the marketplace. We haven't been. You know, Copernicus said that the Earth moves around the sun. Well, they didn't like that at all. He got a lot of flack because of that. And they suppressed it for 400 years. We've been suppressed for about 130 years. And the truth is still the truth today. Thank God for those founding fathers. Nobody talks about Reverend Samuel Weed. He was the guy who coined the words. And if you lose your words, you lose your identity. So to analyze the subluxation, well, subluxation is a fabulous word. Mm-hmm. Sub, below, lux is light in Latin. So it means below the frequency of optimization. Wow, I'm all in. You're not playing well on the soccer field. Well, let's get adjusted. Where? Well, interesting. Dr. Roy Sweat, he said to me that 50% of the subluxation is at Atlas and the other 50 is above the Atlas. Wow, I bought it right like that. He said, "Freddie, I can't teach you anything because you're already vibrating at the frequency of peak performance, which is what we deal with. You adjust patients and then you look at you monitor the outcome. Not very good at monitoring, are we now? No, they adjust and they expect patients to just get this lifetime care. And where is that practice? It just no. So Copernicus got a lot of flack. And for 400 years, the forces that be suppressed it. Well, as you know, COVID has been a blessing to our practice. Why? Because people couldn't sit in the reception room and come in late, so they had to be on time. Wow, that just our retention and the discipline of the patients being on time because they had to sit in their car waiting for the text to say you're in room 1 or you're in room 2. Fantastic. And so the compliance has gone up since COVID. And what a blessing that is. So chiropractic's always been based on analysis, do a case history, consultation, exam, and do a good exam. On what? On locating the what? The vertebral subluxation. We lose that, we're done. We lose the word adjustment. You do a little research. What is the root word for adjustment? And I'll let them know down the road. I'm not going to tell them right now. You've got to do some research first. What's the root word for adjustment. Wow, you'll be stunned. So, analysis. How many techniques are there?
A lot.
A lot. And all you have to do is master
One.
one.
Yeah.
And those that don't take x-rays are going to be in trouble down the road, because you can't go and do this twisting of the neck supine on a 90-year-old, an 80-year-old, a 70-year-old. It's too dangerous. And you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. And then we got brilliant techniques in chiropractic. For line drawing, there's no better pelvic analysis than Gonstead. In fact, there are no analysis drawing lines of finding the rotation, the posterior inferior, the anterior inferior, superior. Oh my goodness. That's the greatest language in the world. And all you do is talk how we're going to correct it. Because you've got, as a practitioner, you have to hold it in your mind's eye. That's how you give an upper cervical adjustment. You have to convey your innate perfection into that patient's innate, who's picking up on your vibration. If you're weak and you are not good with your hands, well, then what did you spend 3 years at school for? Go and learn how to do one technique.
So just on the changes in the market, I mean, AI is changing a lot, and I think that's why it's so important you regularly connect with different doctors, whether it's at a training or however you do it, and not just like one specific coach, but many different doctors. Because I've had Dr. Droush, Dr. Vera, that have helped me a lot with some of the AI and incorporating the AI, and it can be overwhelming. But if you can talk to someone who knows that arena, they simplify it, and then you just start with one or two, and it can be life changing for your practice. Using it for marketing, using it for research, for creating content. And then the marketing has also changed. The paid ads aren't what they used to be. You gotta have that content, that good quality, consistent, organic content is king. And so how can you run a busy practice and then do all of that? And so that the changing of the markets is big. And you're just seeing, I'm talking to a lot of docs, screenings aren't doing what they used to, talks aren't doing what they used to, paid ads aren't doing what they used to, search engine isn't doing what it's used to. So how do you stay up top and keep evolving, especially if you've been in practice 20 or 30 years and you look at a computer and smoke's coming out your ears?
45 years.
And I'm 16 years and I'm no techie, but if you get with the right people, you can stay. And then you have other people on the, different aspects of practice. And so, but the AI, the marketing, and the beautiful thing about organic content is you don't have to be techie. You just figure out how to create the content and then you just post it and you post it and you post it. It's more about discipline and consistency, and then a bit of humility. And you got to have some thick skin, because as your reach grows, you're going to get a lot of people that are going to just attack you. And you realize how many people out there, you don't hear people face to face much anymore say quack or this or that, but online you're going to hear that a lot. But you got to be willing to take that on, and that is so those changes, it's super important for the success of your practice, for you to help as many people as possible. For a long time in our practice it was pretty simple, right? I mean, in all business it was yellow pages, it was newspaper, it was maybe some coupon magazines, mailer, shopper, billboards. It was paper, different forms of paper. And then the internet came around and search engines came around. And I remember Google for a long time would give me 15, 20 new patients every week, every month. Just off nothing, just off having the most reviews in my town. And now it doesn't anywhere near that. Now a lot of searches are coming in from AIs. They're searching Grok and ChatGPT and Gemini and trying to find the chiropractors in their area. So the changes in the marketplace, it's unless you're just on the cusp of that naturally, I would just encourage you to regularly get with other docs, and then you realize you're not alone, and it'll allow you to really maximize your impact.
Yeah, well, you have to adapt. That's the greatest thing about sports. Is the NFL playing the same football that they played in 1960? No, they're not.
That's true.
Is the ball the same? No, it's not. It's lighter. They can throw it further. It was like playing rugby in the 1960s. There were leather balls. They don't even play. You couldn't kick that down the road. So you have to adapt. And the most important thing that we've always said is that you've got to have a coach and you've got to have multiple coaches. Go and have a look at the entourage of one of these football players today. They got a passing coach. Uh, they got a defensive coach. They got a workout. They got a nutritionist. They got everybody around them.
It's a team.
It's a team. It's a team.
Yeah, and you got to have a team, and you want to connect with people regularly, and it's super important that connection, because chiropractic is a unique industry, and you talking to other chiropractors in different areas, it's just very, very helpful, especially ones that are really looking to grow. Now, if you're someone who's you're semi-retired, you get great results, you're a great adjuster, you have enough referrals, your overhead's low, then you might be all right. But if you're looking to grow, you want to hand your practice potentially off, either sell it or hand it to a child or someone in your family, then you're going to want to stay on the cusp and the cutting edge of things. And it's super important that you connect with other docs, because I don't know where I would be without, like I said, Dr. Vera, Dr. Roush helping me with AI, and it's been a game changer. I mean, I'm putting out way more content in way less time than I've ever been able to do before.
Yeah, it's brilliant, Jeff. And you've stayed up with it. You see, it's only us old dogs who bark. Wow, 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 wow.
And then a lot of it is fundamentals, the communication, the adjustment, but other things you've got to stay and keep evolving with the changes.
So that's our story.
And we're sticking to it.
That's it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Just a quick one this week. All the best. Keep charging, and we'll see you again soon.